Thank you. What we have up next is the Factorio Link to the Past Multiworld Rando Multiworld, and it's looking awesome. It's going to be with DreadWingKnight and MediaMagnet helping to get this running, and I'll be your host for the foreseeable near future. This is Dakeris here, and we're hoping to get more donations in support for NAMI, and I'm really happy and proud to be part of this event.
Awesome. Thank you for having us. So I'm MediaMagnet, as you've known for quite a while here tonight. I'm joined by DreadWingKnight, and we're going to go ahead and have some fun here and Link to the Past again. But this time I'm going to be throwing research and various other things at Dread, and he might have stuff in mind. So I'll go ahead and give us a countdown if you're ready, Dread.
I am ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So I'll try to kind of explain Archipelago. Actually, that's perfect that there was an item right there. So any items I have for Dread are going to show up as stars on my screen. Now, I do have the feed of what they are on my screen. So if anyone's curious, I can call them out. Dread can call them out. Either way. I'm doing a Triforce hunt. Dread's goal is, of course, to launch the rocket. And because of how things go with, marathon safe, strats, and all that stuff, we did add some mods to Dread's side, and he can go ahead and talk about them.
Yes. One of them is Yoko Industries. It gives me stuff to research when there's nothing else to research. I also have what else was there?
Was, right?
Mineable Science, yes.
I just got what's called a B trap, which is a thing that the randomizer adds, the Archipelago randomizer, where I just get assaulted by a bunch of bees until I either escape them or they sting me enough that I die. In this case, I was lucky enough to escape. Back to you, Dread.
Yeah. I have Legier's Buried Science, which allows me to dig up science from the ground. It's there mainly so that I don't actually have to worry about the tax building the entire factory involved around making the science packs. I do have long reach enabled, so I can reach trees from basically my entire screen. I have a early start robotics that gives me power armor with basics. And a bunch of robots, and I also have the stacking belt boxes mod.
Deadlock's stacking, I believe it was.
Yes, Deadlock stacking.
That probably helps with the science a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Actually, it's more for the inserter machines than it is for the actual stacking boxes.
Awesome.
And Billy would be proud.
Oh?
From the right angle, I look like a bee.
Did somebody say bees?
Yeah, but fortunately he's still asleep, I think. He's a sane person.
That's a lie.
Yeah, in this case he is, because I'm the one that's still up. Normally I'm in bed before all of you.
And I've normally still got 4 hours worth of sleep left this time of day.
So,
Well, it's all for a good cause. So thank you very much for staying up and giving us this really wacky run. Can you tell us more about what's exactly going on in each of these?
So in my side, it's pretty much a standard randomizer. There's stuff added in for Multiworld. And in all honesty, if in my case, or even in the randomizer, it supports a whole bunch of different games, including Slay the Spire, which is a card game roguelike. Actually, it's a roguelite. Risk of Rain 2, Subnautica, Minecraft, Factorio, Ocarina of Time, and there's Super Metroid and one other game other than Link to the Past. I can't remember the name of it. They just added it in. So
Secret of Evermore.
Secret of Evermore, yeah. Which I have not played it yet, and I kind of want to try it just to see how it is. But basically, I just make all my usual checks. I accidentally woke up a bird, so I gotta dodge him real quick. Basically, make all my normal checks. There are a couple things turned on, like, as I said, the bee traps on my end, and I also have shop sanity going, which means that some of Dread's items, some of mine, can be in the shops. Shop sanity is a thing from the Ocarina of Time randomizer that they ported into the Multiworld because of Ocarina of Time, really, to make it just as interesting. So I need rupees for more than just Zora and Bottle Vendor in the early game, which will make it interesting.
Oh, noted. Now, I've just checked on what I need for my rocket, and I need uranium-235, fluid wagons, and oil refineries.
So it sounds like you're going to need some fluid processing. And some Coverex. Enrichment, it sounds like. That's
I'm going to need a few of the progressive processings.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there's an explosive there. A landmine. So, in my game, when stuff shows up for Dread, it shows up as a star. In his game, it's a circle of various different colored orbs, for lack of a better term. Also, since, orb. I haven't picked it up yet, though. That may actually be in Dread's world. We do have the ability to hint what we were looking for also, so if we get stuck in this, I can grab my laptop, Dread can open his console and go hint, and let's say I'm looking for the Moon Pearl. I go hint Moon Pearl, and it'll tell me if it's in my world and where, or if it's in Dread's world and what tech it's tied to.
Although I do have to point out that when it says that it's in my world with my current settings, I see it as the specific item. So if I have bee traps and I want to send them, I just have to look them up.
Yeah. Do you want your bacons? They're 100 rupees.
Beacons. Don't need them for this.
Okay.
Don't need them. You can.
Now, there's another fun feature of this that I've kind of gotten scared by because of what it does. We've tried it a couple times. It's been interesting. Between A Link to the Past, Super Metroid, and I believe Ocarina of Time, I believe also Minecraft, I believe, maybe Factorio. There is an option now called Death Link, where basically if one person dies in any of those worlds, they take everyone else with them. So it can make for really fun experiences, really trolly experiences. It can also really be painful. If you got someone that gets stuck in a really hard area, let's say like Turtle Rock Laser Bridge, like happened to us, it will be a just literal slog trying to get through that for everyone else. I'm probably about to send a lot of those wonderful star items to Dread.
Yep.
Ooh, hookshot. Also, this is not a race, so I don't have to keep my what I'm getting to, secret or anything. I can just talk freely about, ooh, hey, hookshot, ooh, hey, random item, So, how's your side of the world going? Getting spun up?
Yeah, just started in on getting my on getting researches available. Military science packs I don't have to go far to dig up. I might actually have to use those trains you sent me.
Nice. Also, give me 1 second here. I gotta wiggle. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and you said you just woke up because it sounds like you definitely got a bad case of the morning voice.
Oh yeah.
It's
my
what?
normal sleeps.
8
My
a.m.
normal
over there?
sleep cycle actually has me getting up normally in California time, but it's 7 a.m. local, quarter after 7 local.
Yeah, that's a bit early.
Yeah, when my normal
Well-
get up time is 11. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Definitely would not be possible without the other half of the randomizer here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could have been possible. I just have to play both parts, and that would be a challenge.
Certainly be interesting to watch. We could have a good hand cam of you managing all the controllers and keyboard.
I would just pause one, set it down, work on the other one, and then pick it up. I've actually wanted to try this for a little while, just doing a multi-world like that with just me. I believe I saw Andy do a multi-world of Link to the Past by himself with 3 various games, and he would just get as far as he could in one, pause it, and move to the other one. This is what we got in the shop.
Factorio is actually conducive to that because of how much downtime you have just waiting for processing to finish.
Yeah. Which it's really fine if the biters are peaceful or just turned off, because then you don't have to worry about defending your base from attacks while you're off trying to find stuff in Link to the Past.
I've seen a lot of Link to the Past randomizers before, but I've never really seen a Factorio randomizer. What exactly is randomized, and what is your process of going through it to handle that randomization?
What is randomized in it? The entire tech tree is randomized. Where in a Link to the Past randomizer, typically your pickups are in the randomization pool. What ends up happening when you add Factorio to it is that the entire tech tree ends up being included into the randomization pool. And you can actually get a mod that will load the mod data. So if you have a total conversion mod installed like Crastorio or Space Exploration
Or Bob's Angels.
you can or Bob's Angels, you can actually randomize that tech list rather than just the vanilla techs into the pool.
Yeah. And as he did mention earlier with his rocket recipe, that is also randomized. So it does make it for a little chaotic of a game, but it is very interesting to see how these go. Here on my streams and on Dreads, we've been doing like 8 or 9 person multi-worlds some nights, and we'll have them done in like an hour because of how many people there are. Just as soon as one person finishes, because the items are so spread out, everyone else kind of it snowballs. So you'll have like the constant animation of holding items above your head because there's nothing else you can do for a good 5 minutes.
So what are some of the strategies of handling that different tech tree randomization in Factorio? Are there certain techs that you hope you get early that help you navigate the world better and acquire more resources and get more production online? Or like what is the kind of the process of trying to manage that?
You basically end up figuring out what you need to get your rocket production going, and in this case, I've got some people who were paying attention to what I put in my tech tree. I ended up putting automation and logistics in as my first 2 techs, and that gives me underground belts, splitters, and if you have deadlock stacking belt boxes, you actually get compact loaders as part of that tech. And then and the automation gives you your assembling machines. Now, we lucked out sort of on the assembling machine front because I have assembling machine 3s already.
Yeah, you did luck out.
So that gives me basically gives me unrestricted access to assembling machines. and that means that any of the stuff that I end up needing to build just shows up faster, is just done. I've got... Is that? Ah, yes. Progressive processing is actually my most important because I also have merging chests.
Oh, hey, a shield.
Yep. Merging chests allow me to have chests probably 40... Well, a chest 42 wide.
Yeah.
Or they do.
All right, and this always is everyone else's items. I'd never really get any of mine from here, so I stand corrected. A lot of health.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's going to be some more coming too.
Cool. So normally what I, on my side here, is just doing my usual loop around Northern Hyrule, like the Lost Woods, the Sanctuary, Kakariko Village, and then usually I'll head down, do the Southern Hyrule checks, Flooded Cave, or the Floodgate, Mini Moldorm, Ice Rod, and then usually I save and quit and start heading for Eastern Palace in this case, because I'm trying to target areas with a lot of chests, and just going after Agina's Cave in the desert isn't worth it at this point. I may also fake Flipper, check Hobo, that kind of stuff. Some blue peas. Okay, I've never actually killed all of them before. That was cool. Thank you for the gloves.
Yeah.
Some nights I have trouble setting this up. Also, I'm not used to Roddy Tops as my sprite. I will rotate between her and Mog, but it's been quite a while since I've actually played her. Also, this is some rather Pepto-looking water again.
Yep.
Not as bright as the one I had last night, but still pretty bad. Also, in the sake of trying to just save time, I opted for no MSU this time, so that's why you're just hearing the regular game music. Actually, it's going to be clear for me to save and quit here at this point.
And I'm just getting my power generation going so that my mining can do its thing.
Gotcha.
Because brownout, not ideal.
No. Hopefully I'll find solar here shortly for you. Nope.
I'd like to remind everyone that this is TASGiving you're currently watching, whether you're joining us really early in the morning or late at night, depending on where you're in the world, or you've been with us for a while here. And this is benefiting NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And we're currently watching in my frankly opinion, a pretty ridiculous run of Multiworld of Factorio and Link to the Past, where both sides are randomized, Tech Tree and Factorio, I believe, and for Link to the Past, the items, And
Yep, you
they're
got it.
throwing items and technology back and forth as they find them in their merged worlds. Is that right?
Yep, you got it.
Yep.
Now, come on, thank you. I'm saying the wrong button. Now, in Minecraft, it's a little bit interesting because they tie it to the advancements. So, like, punching the tree will unlock something for somebody else. Your ability to use anything higher than wooden tools is locked behind someone else's. It's progressive tools, progressive weapons, progressive armor. It's all tied to everybody else's stuff. So they've really done a good job of this. If you want to know more about it, the webpage for the randomizer is archipelago.gg. And it's really fun. I believe it's also not been out very long, too, from what I remember. So right now I'm doing a sequence break. I'm doing a dark room, because I don't want to wait till I find lamp. But I also want to have this save and quit point open. Because it's Death Mountain, and I will probably, yep. I will probably die. Unfortunately, those dead rocks were just not in the right spot. There's two of them running back and forth right there.
I'm just right now, while I'm waiting for some of the research to come through, I'm gathering trees.
Nice.
Because trees are a very effective form of fuel in this.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you have Noxus installed. Which is a mod that basically gives us the ability to convert 2 trees into 3 trees. Is one of the recipes. And in all honesty, I'm not quite sure how that works. It's some very weird math, and I'm not sure I want to think about it.
It is definitely the wrong time of day for me to be trying to figure it out.
Now, if these dead rocks would be nice. There we go.
I just got my advanced material processing, so steel furnace,
Nice.
which does help out quite a bit because it means that I basically have all of my smelting fuel costs cut in half.
Not bad.
Nope.
And have some robots.
Yep.
I just sent him a follow robot count. There's your processing. Add some trains.
Actual materials I'm using for this.
Nice.
Oh. Now what I'm going to do, once this lab finishes building, I just noticed in chat, someone asked about the death link and how that behaves in regards to the Factorio player. Yeah, normal inventory handling rules on death apply. So if you're set so that your inventory drops in the world, your inventory drops in the world.
Mm-hmm. Now there's a shop there, but I've ran out of bombs, so I'm gonna go up the mountain, see if I can find some bombs, and I'll come back and check that shop. Because again, my our items could be in a shop. I could have to pay rupees for goodies. Now, one big change that I do like that they did with the Archipelago randomizer is going to Zora or checking the bottle vendor. They actually go, "Hey, I've got this thing. Do you want it?" Instead of just having to spend the money. So.
All right, so if I want to get in on this Factorio Death Linked to A Link to the Past runs, right? So I could play and, you know, basically accidentally, maybe purposely kill Link players in a community. Where would I go to, like, learn and process and set up that in the future?
So, the randomizer's webpage is archipelago.gg. They've got setup guides for pretty much all the games. They've got the tools to make the YAML files there, so that you can actually get started on this. So everything is configured instead of through, like, familiar with the regular Link to the Past randomizer through the webpage. Everything is configured through a YAML file in this case. So I need bombs. So let's see if we can find some. But yeah, they've got setup guides there for everything. I'll just in case the guard catches me, I'll go and post the link to them in chat. They also, I believe, have a Discord, and if you are talented and you want to see another randomizer be able to join the Archipelago, you can definitely work on adding the tools for it. So as far as Deathlink goes, I've got the chat where I can see it now. Basically, if I die, it sends a message to the server, and it says, "Sending death to your friends," and everyone else dies. Now, with A Link to the Past, that means I die a second time because there's a glitch with it, so it's a fairly new feature. So when another player dies, it counts it as a death link for the Link to the Past players. Why am I going here? Sorry, I lost slight track of where I was going here. This is actually a very weird seed right now we got going, Dread.
I'd bet.
So what I'm doing right now is using a couple of hints because I'm a bit stuck right now.
I've got your mirror and your moon pearl.
Okay, are they already in the pipe?
No, I've got to truck green science in.
Fair enough.
And there's a bit of distance from my start to that.
Okay, well, no problem. And this does happen in the multi-world. When they're
I'll go that way.
A small group of 2 or 3 players, it can happen where someone just gets deadlocked waiting on another player to find stuff, like I'm currently. I technically could do Super Bunny Cave, but I'm not sure if it's worthwhile, because if I can wait for a little bit for the Moon Pearl and all to come through, then I can actually also check Hookshot Cave and head over to Tower Hera. I can go do Eastern, actually. I can go poke in there. So I'm not super stuck. It's just not too much I can do this right now if I don't, depending on the drops I get in Eastern Palace. So we're going to check our stun price, because I do have to eventually head to Zora also. It's not rupees, it's arrows. That's unfortunate.
It was great the other day when it was rupees.
Yeah, that made it a lot easier. It was red rupees.
Ka-ching.
Yeah.
I believe is the term for that.
Yep. Now, there actually is very little software you actually need on your computer to actually set up this. It can all be done through Archipelago's webpage. You can generate the game from there. You just provide it basically with a zip file of all the YAML files. Getting back to that discussion while I'm... right, I can't do this yet, any bombs. But still hearts and intel. So you can basically just grab the YAML files, dump them all on a zip, and upload them, and it'll generate everything you need for the game. Start up the servers, and all you need is the client, which is available on their webpage or GitHub, I believe, also.
Yep.
Well, that's an easy green pendant once I get access to it. I don't know if I'll fight that boss, though. It's not one of my favorites.
Yep.
I guess it depends on if I get told if there's what's there eventually. Hey. Let's make that circle again then. Also, I'm going to stand up for a quick second. Ah, bombs. Bombs in the back room. Lol. So as you can see, I've also added into my side the upgrade items, like the plus 10 arrows, plus 5 rupee bombs, just to kind of spice up the item pool a little more and add more items.
All right, so can we get an update on what's going on the Factorio side here? I want to know more about your process of how you're trying to navigate this randomized tech tree.
Right now, I'm just setting up. I just finished setting up a fuel processing, so that I have significantly higher fuel value out of my coal. Because standard coal gives you a fuel value of 4 megajoules, and I did the math, and I'm not sure if I have it near the top what the number actually comes out to. Here it is. And it takes for every 48 megajoules worth of coal that you put into this machine, you get about 114 out. And that, yeah, a little more than double. Coming up on triple. But a lot of the mods that add fuel value items, it ends up doing stuff that's goofy like that.
Yeah. But really, I think mostly his method is normally just find the sciences and shove them in a lab. There's not really much more to it on Factorio, and once you get basically the first couple of researches out of the way, it just kind of starts handling itself. Unless I'm wrong. Yeah.
No, that's pretty much it. If you have the buried science enabled, you just need to dig it up, and from there it's just you just need to dig it up and shove it into a lab. And I actually have a blueprint I have a specific blueprint for that automatically sorts it so that you have 6 belts worth of sciences going through. You got two rows of labs. You got each of your belt is double-sided, and you have one of each science going on each belt. So you end up basically so that say you have your red science ready. It only goes on the one belt in the lab. I'm just gonna very quickly here get that started.
I picked it up. I didn't hear the ping. Okay, cool.
There. And I can actually cut that off there. And this is actually the most constant feed of science way you can actually set up your labs. Is to actually have it through underground belts, because if you do the inserter chain like I have above here, if you time things wrong, you actually have entire rows of labs that just don't do anything. Whereas if you're using these inserters, these underground belt routes, you only have the labs that are out of science packs that are not working. Now that's lined up, I'm going to I'm just going to set this up so that I always have room. And then get some of this. There.
It is actually still quicker to save and quit out of Sanctuary than walk back into Sanctuary. So, or save quit to Sanctuary than it is to walk out of the sewer. Escape.
In its own way, that's kind of sad.
Yep. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to head into Houlihan Room, which is a room where there's a lot of money, a lot of blue piece. So I have to fall in the water 7 times. And then walk over here and fall in. I should end up in Houlihan Room. Yep. I'm also just doing this because this is an easy way to get the money for Zora, so. And you all come at a quick way back to Link's house. Or in this case, Fact's house. What's up?
Us.
Oh. Yeah. Fair. Even if my boy's like, why are you still awake? But it's as we've said, for a good cause, so I ain't worried about it. I'll get some sleep soon enough. They said they've gotten other messages from this. Oh, okay. So that state that we were talking about where one of us is stuck waiting on the other player, that's where I'm at now, so. Gotta wait for Dread to give me some science. I'll get some sciencing done, and I should have my orb and my mirror.
I'm just lining up, just loading up hard on the labs just so I can get that done in a reasonable pace.
And there is, if you've got someone new to this, there is a system in place where you can actually just have the server give an item to somebody. So if there's someone that doesn't feel comfortable doing like a dungeon or something, or they just get you just get that stuck, you can still hand an item out to them.
Now, I've been playing Factorio long enough that I have blueprints set up for pretty much everything that I'm going to need going into this.
Nice.
So.
Actually, yeah, I just remembered something.
I'm just loading up on just loaded up on mining area so that I can do the necessary green science.
Oh, that was unintentional. Ow, that's unfortunate.
Let me see. I think this will get me pretty close. Question mark? Oh, I pulled a U media.
Oh, off by one?
Off by one.
Yeah, that happens a lot when I do Factorio games, or even some other sandbox games.
Yeah. Yeah, I just did a long belt feed for green science.
Mm-hmm.
I did a turn right where I thought might be. I thought to myself, this might be close. Yeah, it was close. One tile.
Nice. So this vendor didn't really have anything of use, but... Ah, flippers. Excellent. That's some more checks.
Yep. Bombos Bombos is in the pipe.
Alright.
So.
That's weird that I had the other two. Normally I don't have any of them. So I don't have enough for Zora, but I'm going to go ahead and head up there anyway and just check.
I just adjusted my off by one issue. It will bug me.
Oh, so in this case, because Dread has biters off, this is actually not even needed. So we will not be coming back to Zora.
No.
Progressive
flamethrower attack in this, unless it were in my current settings, unless it were a rocket part, I wouldn't bother. And because it's not a rocket part, we're not going to.
Oh, I forgot to make a check pose up there, so we'll go back there real quick.
All right.
I went ahead and marked it off on my map, thinking I had done it, but no, it was still green. Also, we were talking about having Ganon's Tower and all open in the previous seed. In this one, it's 0 to open Ganon's Tower, so.
Not to say that going to Ganon's Tower at this stage is necessarily a good idea.
I have enough hearts, but I would be in Bunny, which would not be a good thing. Well, sent you some mining speed, productivity, and some cliff explosives, so that might help out.
Yeah, mining productivity is going to mean that for every science pack worth that I actually put into the labs, I actually get that ever so slightly more amount of actual research done. I think it's 2% per tier of that.
Well, it looks like you have cover X for your own stuff. Maybe. Off by 1 error, must be a computer programmer. You're not wrong.
Nope.
So let me go ahead, and while I'm waiting for some items to trickle through here, go ahead and check the tracker and see if anything's stuck processing, so we're going to get it through.
Well, while they're catching up and trying to reach kind of a go mode at the end here after all the research has been met, I'd like to thank everyone for watching, because TASGiving 2021 benefits NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And I'd like to thank you for all the donations that have come in so far. I've already raised over $3,000, which is wonderful. And for all the donations that will hopefully be coming in as this run and future runs continue on through the rest of the event.
Check there, I guess.
You mentioned that Archipelago is basically the connecting between multiple of these games, and you can add your own potential game if you program it to the list. Is it possible in these giant multiplayer sessions of linked worlds to have multiple different games rather than just two? Like, could you have like a Metroid, a Link to the Past, a Factorio, all in one multiplayer session?
Yep, most definitely. That's how we normally end up playing it. We have like 3 people that like doing Ocarina at a time, Me and one other, usually in Link to the Past, Dread and Factorio. And yeah, items get passed between all the games. Hey, Zora money, but I don't need it. I apologize for yawning. I'm fighting the, like, stay awake point here. I'll just hang out here because I won't drop rocks on me unless I fall down. So. Yeah, kinda.
There's actually nothing stopping you from doing this at a LAN party, except, you know, at this point, COVID restrictions.
Yeah, pretty much. See if that helps any.
But under normal circumstances, you could do this at a LAN party and not actually need internet access.
Yep.
Unless your game genuinely required internet access, you would not need internet access to do this.
See if the caffeine kicks in. So have you just got a mega chest there at the end of your science?
Yep.
Nice. Merging chest mod makes this a little easily broken, but it's handy.
Yep.
So I'm just kind of reading through chat here. Actually, no. If you complete the goal in the Link to the Past or any other game, it automatically, if it's configured for it, it will automatically send all your items that were left in your world to whatever game they're supposed to go to. So that's kind of how that gets around it. Yes, Nyan Binary. Yep, you can definitely do that. That actually comes with a server and the client data, or in the install package. So you can definitely do that. The only thing you need as source is usually the game data, whatever that may be. So, are those science packs able to be sent soon, or are we in the mirror and all?
I actually have your mirror and your moon pearl in as the next two.
Nice. Well, Ocarina of Time Multiworld was kind of the one that started, and there's Multiroid, which is the Metroid. Oh, Book of Medora. Nice. Yeah, I can do a dungeon, partially.
Yeah.
Metroid has a Multiworld. Ocarina of Time has one. I believe those are the only two I know of, but I know there's probably others out there.
Reflect on your decisions, sir.
I don't want to.
And for those of you who are around for my Tetris run, yeah.
We throw the puns around.
Yes. We aim them directly at the face. It's one of the few things that you should be aiming directly at the face.
The puns, yep. Oh, that laser hurt.
The only time that a laser should be pointed anywhere close to your face is if you're getting the eye surgery.
Yeah. So that's not where I wanted to see a small key. That's unfortunate. Means I need to find the boots at some point.
That actually helps a little bit on this front.
So what this is actually our worlds are connected, so items in my game can be dreads, tech, science, even just items sometimes, because it does dump a lot of them on him when there's module packs that I can send him. Aw, made it all the way to that door and then died. Lame. So what I'm actually going to do to get around the key problem here and see how much this dungeon has stuff for me, so I'm going to steal one out of the back and then just come back here when I get the Pegasus boots.
Well, that's an expensive one.
What?
My second progressive logistics that I have on my side is a 350 cycle 5 science.
Oh wow. Oh, I thought I was going to clear that. Oh well. So as I said, I was just stealing that key so I can go open a door in the other half of the dungeon.
Be careful of this. I just realized that I had 8,500 green science in the chest, and I normally set the cap to 5,000, and I forgot to set that little circuit condition. So that. There.
Nothing like overloading your chest.
Yeah.
So in this case, Landmala. Oh no, when did I pick that up? I don't
Well,
actually
you weren't
remember
paying
picking that
attention.
up. Yeah.
Maybe.
Apparently, someone noticed I did though, because of the comment they made. So this means that the Landmolus does have an item on them.
I'm just going to grab that and...
You have all the good stuff.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I noticed that one.
Okay, well, I'm stuck waiting on. It looks like Mirror's about to finish, or whichever one you got queued up first.
Or
Nice. Okay, sweet. So that gives me a lot of checks, so we're going to be busy here. Why did I thought I was already... Okay.
What are we looking for in these upcoming checks you're about to do?
Mostly Triforce pieces, but anything I can offer Dread and like tech was always good too. And some intel, like what do I need to open Mire with, that kind of stuff.
All right, so we're getting some questions in the chat now about the way this is running and what's going on here. So if I remember correctly, this is now a mod running on Archipelago, which is kind of a multi-world system that you can add games to, and currently it has Factorio, Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, for multiple people to be playing kind of the same randomized seed together, where they exchange items amongst each other, allowing them to finish their games together in a combined multiplayer randomized sense. Is that right?
Yep.
And right now we're seeing MediaMagnet on A Link to the Past and DreadWingKnight on Factorio as they each individually play through their games to help each other unlock more so they can then continue to play their games further to unlock more until we get to finally the end state, which I believe is going to be in the Link to the Past, or does Factorio also have an end state?
Factorios is launching the rocket. So.
Right. Yeah. Launching the rocket. And if Factorio launches the rocket before all the items necessary are found in Link to the Past, will that also then send the rest of the items over to the Link to the Past players?
Yes, it will.
Yep.
Which will more than likely mean that I will be heading towards the goal objective on my end too.
Yeah, and so
it really just depends how many Triforce pieces he's got in the queue.
On the Link to the Past side, in the chest, there'll be these stars, and the stars are mainly like techs and I believe like sometimes resources for the Factorio player. And on the Factorio side, in their tech tree are items for the Link to the Past players. As they unlock those items, it then allows them to progress through the game to find more.
Like he just sent me a Triforce piece. Basically, Dread, what you gave me was Dark World access.
Yep.
The last piece of that puzzle, pretty much. Yeah. Exactly. A lamp, a mirror, a Triforce piece, a bee trap, because those are turned on. Actually, you have one of those that are cheap. Because those are interesting.
Yeah. Advanced material processing 2, so I've got to free up inventory space right now because my current settings give me a sample stack of any item that comes from a tech that I get. And I just did the Unicomp tech. So
Oh, yeah.
So that is one of 2 major techs where you get to say goodbye to your available inventory space.
So I posted the link to the page for the site, or for the randomizer. It supports about 6-7 different games, I believe it is. Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Factorio, Minecraft, Super Metroid, Slay the Spire, Risk of Rain, Subnautica, actually more than 7 or 8 then. Time Spinners, I think was one because I have it open. and did I say risk rain already?
Yes.
And
Did we get Minecraft? Because Minecraft.
Yeah. Just the other new game they added. I can't remember the name of. Secret Evermore. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. And Dread got solar panels. Oh,
Not your traditional Factorio solar panels.
Nope.
Those are the ones from Yokoi Power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just deploying all the accumulators that came through with that tech as well.
Nice.
It does two things for me. It frees up the inventory space, and it makes sure that my power grid doesn't collapse in on itself.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and check out some caves around here. Actually, yeah, Minecraft could be stuck waiting on the Link to the Past player to send them diamond weapons. Or a lot of the times we'll end up sending a Minecraft player a bunch of netherite that they can't do anything with. So how many of my Triforce pieces you got on your end? I'm just out of curiosity.
Well, let's see, 14. How many did you shuffle in? Because it looks like I have over half of them.
30.
Yeah, I actually have over half of them.
Oh, well.
That's the bad news.
Yeah. Oh, I died at Hype Cave. You don't happen to have hammer, do you?
There are no biters enabled on the Factorio side.
Correct.
In this
That's
save
just to
correct.
make this easier and safer for the run, I believe. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to make it marathon safe. Because otherwise it would be an experience that neither one of us want to deal with.
I'd like to take this time to thank our viewers for watching TASGiving 2021 and also for all their donations. So we got so far, we're over $3,000, which is amazing. And TASGiving 2021 is benefiting NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donations.tasgiving.
I need to step away for a quick second. I'll be right back. While we're waiting for some tech to
yeah,
go through.
great. So if you want to donate, you can go to donate.tasgiving.org. And if you'd like to know more about NAMI, you can go to NAMI.org to look up the NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness, and see how they envision a world where all people affected by mental illness can live happy, healthy, fulfilling lives supported by a community that cares. And so on the Factorio side right now, you are just optimizing your pathways for more research. Is that currently what's going on?
Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of science packs lined up here because I don't actually have all of them going into my lab area. And I'm just working on correcting that issue.
And the science packs then allow more research to be done to help unlock more of the games, right?
Yeah. I actually currently have things set up so that I only need the 6 pre-rocket sciences.
I'm not
So
sure. That's
that
gonna be my guess would be Illy.
I can just drop in like all. I actually found an area that has all 6 of my sciences all in a cluster, so I could run my labs over here, but that involves moving them, and that becomes tedious. Where was that? There.
But if you get all of the sciences that you're talking about, that would then effectively unlock everything for the Link to the Past, is that correct?
Yes, it would allow me to pick and choose and pick, choose, and send. And I'd be able to pick and choose whichever sciences were actually needed.
All right, I'm back.
Yay!
Dorito. Is my hammer in the queue, or do I need to go the long way back to the cave?
Yeah, I actually need to get the science pack for researching it in.
No problem. I'll take the long way back.
All right.
I realized I forgot to move the microphone close back to me.
And for the people who aren't familiar with how electricity is decided in Factorio, there is actually a tiering system so that certain power types will shut down and float before others. Solar is pretty much just always the first choice for where power comes from, and you go down to your various combustibles at the bottom end. I need to plan out for this. That's a whole lot of iron.
Yeah. Well, you got me at 9 of 20, so keep them coming.
Yeah.
That's one other thing that this rando has option to turn on is the bandits can be killed.
How long have those been on the ground?
What's that?
I had 7 coal stacks sitting on the ground.
Oh. I wonder if the shop actually gets shuffled. That'd be hilarious. No, it doesn't. Ooh. Nice. Nice. So that actually puts us at our halfway point. Out of curiosity, how cheap are those Triforces because they seem to be coming in pretty quick.
This is the last one that I have that I actually have the sciences for.
Okay. Yeah, because you have all, you basically, looking at that search you do, you have all of them.
And if I don't have outright all of them, then I have all the accessible ones.
Yeah. I mean, I could take a couple quick checks into Ganon's Tower, but I don't know if I'd find anything in there. But we're going to go ahead and do Hookshot Cave and Death Mountain. Dark Death Mountain. Let's check the shop first. If that's actually a shield or if that's someone else with a shield. Okay, unfortunate. Oh. Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Oh, and I don't have that tech yet.
Yeah. So, I didn't realize we had given us such a tight estimate. I guess because I had that one run that went really well. But we are getting close to it. What do you want to do? Because I do want to make sure we don't go over. I don't want taters getting mad at us.
It can be whatever. If the next run is ready to go, I have no problem letting them switch over.
I think the next thing is just a setup block for a little bit. So I think we do have some open time after, but I don't want to push it too far.
That is very fair.
Like a Sunday morning repop the stream and that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
But we had some really good seeds, and then the randomizer decides to not be nice. So that's what happened in this case.
Yep.
But it does happen, as we saw last night. I still don't know how that happened, to be entirely honest.
I think I might have slept through that part.
You probably did. I reused a seed I had already kind of known, and stuff wasn't where it was supposed to be. It was kind of odd. And that's... Okay, I can still get up there.
There. That should help. I'm going to need some speed into that machine. something to point out about these progressive technologies and progressive items. Some, like Factorio has a progressive train network, which for the first few tiers of the tech actually gives you additional train objects, like the rail stops, the rail signals. And then once you have all of those, it just applies to the train braking force technology.
I actually can't do anything in here. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I stepped in here to actually die to get HP back. So I wanted to stay in the dark world. I didn't want to go back to the light world. I can't do this either. What checks have I got open?
What number does that bring you to?
12.
Okay. And there's 2 more sciences going in. I just got the belt set up for the yellow and military sciences coming through.
Nice.
They're feeding their way over here.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and poke into Tarahira here and see what we get. Since I was right here by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Speaking of rail signals.
Oh, thank you, Gal. I may have just not updated the time and the in the overlay. Then someone checked the schedule. We actually have 3 hours, so we're still fine.
Yeah,
Awesome.
That makes things a little easier on the.
Yeah.
That makes that decision a little easier to deal with, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that hour 30 in the overlays. I'm like,
Overlay.
oh, oops. All right.
Yes. But it wasn't quite the oops we thought it was.
Mm-mm. Yep. Yeah, so if tech is looking at that, they just change the time and then hit update and it'll fix it. If you were trying to fix the time thing I was talking about on the webpage, just change the time and hit update and it'll fix it. Yeah, I forgot to copy that. Oops.
Oops.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I was trying to move kind of quick because I had woke someone up to help some troubleshooting and I didn't want to keep them awake too long, so it was my fault.
And there's my nuclear reactor tech.
Nice.
Which, if I wanted to if I actually wanted to deploy, I have most of what I need to get done. Also, hammer time.
Mm-hmm. But I don't want to stop. That would make the run take longer.
That's why I skipped the stop part. I just said hammer time.
Yep.
That one and that one and that one are definitely available. I need to make sure that...
Now, Moldorm is going to break spectacularly. He usually has a lot of eyes because of the extra settings. Looks like he only has one extra set this time. Now, if we could just get away from the ledge, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that's why. Oh, what was the odds of that?
Pretty high, apparently.
Yeah. A couple interesting bugs in the game, or in the randomizer. I don't know if they're bugs or just unintended behavior, because it's hilarious. But when someone sends me an item, if I'm holding a pot, it just gets thrown in a random direction.
Ooh, that was... I just saw your fall. That was a bit of a drop.
Yeah. There is a reason why he is called Trolldorm. He's gonna have a small key, which means I'll have to go down to the basement, I think. Nope. Didn't even need to kill him, but hey, figured I was already in here. Actually, yeah, I did not want to start here. Yeah. The real problem is when you have too strong of a sword, because butter will make him enrage. Where he goes really fast.
That can go in there. That there for vision.
Do you want to hint out progressive science, see where it's at, so I can kind of try to target it for you? Because that's what you're needing, right?
Don't need the progressive science to get to get the science dug up. What I needed it for is actually getting the satellite for the rocket.
Okay.
But
Yeah, it definitely does, but it gets there quicker if you have butter. Was there anything you need from my world that you can hint out? Or am I just waiting for the Doritos to roll in at this point?
it's going to be, where is it?
Speaking of Doritos rolling in.
Yeah. That progressive processing is pretty much what I need. Because I need that for...
Pyramid Fairy. Ooh,
If I remember right, I need that for the Covarex and that.
You're not getting that anytime soon.
Okay.
It's Ice Palace and Turtle Rock. Neither one of them I have access to right now.
That's what is behind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's an oof. But
Yeah. Because it's tied to Fat Fairy, which is the big bomb. And I have to get what's on in the randomizer marked as red pendants. And they are both behind the two dungeons I don't really like. So.
okay. It is what it is.
Yeah. So it looks like we'll be focusing on meat and completing then.
Yep.
This does happen for anybody, on stream. We'll end up with usually it's some of our Ocarina players. They'll have some stuff stuck in. I think it's the Shadow Temple, and it'll end up just either we'll have to just give the item out because it's just that much of a pain to go into. So, actually, if you want to give yourself that, go ahead.
The progressive processing. I don't know how much of it I'm actually going to need
Fair
to
enough.
get to the Covarex. But no, my network is the last. No, in our luck, it's the last tier.
Yeah.
That has that processing. So.
Well, I only saw two of them show up. The
okay.
Paradox Cave one, which I've already sent you, I think.
Paradox Cave you've done.
Yeah.
The Pyramid Ferry is one that is another one.
Yeah. So you've got most of them on your end then.
Yeah, and
But knowing our luck, it's the last one, and that's Pyramid Ferry.
yeah.
So the hint system built into Archipelago will only send you the stuff that's in your game, so that you're not looking and scrolling through a bunch of just stuff for other games to figure out what you need. And that's the new flamethrower anyway. Well, at least it costs 500 rupees. Come here.
The big bus of science.
Yeah, someone was commenting on how they like that. Some of the stuff you were doing with the loaders and all that too.
Like using them as a sorting system.
Yeah.
That's the biggest reason why I use them, is actually using them as sorting.
Mm-hmm. Like I have a kind of a challenge I'm doing on a map where I'm doing everything inside of Factorio buildings, but it's all Bob's Angels, so it's been a challenge. Even playing in sandbox and creative-ish mode. So I'm trying to build at mega base levels, doing like a reverse mega base. So trying to logic that out has been a puzzle.
Yeah. Now, to be fair with Factorismo, you can mega base in a box.
Yeah, I could build the whole thing in one building and call it good. As I said about throwing stuff around the random direction there, I was facing down and I threw that upwards.
Oh, how many? That was the fifth science type. Okay, my red science buffer has filled. If the viewers want at some point, I can actually take time and just and do a tutorial-ish stream or two and show how each thing in Factorio actually works, at least at the level that I play at.
Yeah. Yeah, not even sorting just to replace the otherwise clunky ways to merge belts together, yeah. My favorite merging of belts that I've seen in a game has been the way that Shapes.io does it. Where they have a belt, actual dedicated belt merger item to where a belt comes in the side and it automatically just fits it in, you know, making a space for each item.
Yeah. Okay, so they were probably talking about this little contraption I put in mid-span here, where my military science is coming in here.
Yeah, possibly. Stream delay and all that good stuff. So
yeah, where I put a single chest and then the loaders in like 2 or 3 loaders in and then 1 loader out.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually do that in my mining areas a lot normally, because it allows me to scale my mining
yeah,
a foot to actually properly saturate the belt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what they were talking about. We normally end up doing like city block builds, so we'll have like some absurdity going with that too.
Crazy trains.
Yeah,
Oh boy, are those
a lot of them. All right. So I wonder what his joke of the day is going to be today, or in this seed.
I've got my blue science coming in shortly.
Nice. Leather is great for sneaking around because it's made of hide. Thank you, Blind.
Thank you, Blind, you're fired.
I hope so. It's actually going to be me that dies because of not having enough armor. But that's fine. We'll come back later. Let me get some other checks done, see if we can get more stuff for you.
Yeah. I just lined up the purple science, which is the last science I need coming in.
I just need 4 more Doritos. I just noticed that, so we'll see where that takes us. That came out. There. And I just queued that up for you. Okay. Well,
So
cool.
there's coal liquefaction. Is that here? And very shortly I get to say goodbye to my available inventory space. Because there it is.
Yep.
Fluid handling. Fluid handling will literally delete all my available inventory space because of how many empty barrels it actually gives me.
Right.
It gives me 10 empty barrels for each fluid type that is available, plus another 10 empty barrels.
Nice.
And it would actually be worse in larger mod sets too.
Oh yeah.
So let's. There. What else don't I need? I don't need that. Don't need that. That. I can stash those. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. Off for a second. There. And this should get me the purple science.
Nice. At this point, I'm just trying to see if I can clear as many checks to find you stuff, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm trying to get the overworld ones out of the way first before I start dipping dungeons.
Yeah, the belt merger trick with the belt boxes allows you to properly saturate belts even on stuff that really only does single-sided properly.
Right.
So, like my normal mining layout, it actually is able to saturate properly.
Nice.
Got a couple more. I've got the last year Triforce pieces lined up, by the way.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So you can head that way if you want.
Are they going to finish quick, or...?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a 100. The longest of them is a 400 that I queued up. Actually, this one. That one's going to be a little faster. I just dumped a 400 for a 100, and there's the
Nice.
There's 19, and number 20 is in the pipe.
Okay.
So the item vomit shall come.
Yep. And if you want, you can go ahead and finish out your rocket on stream then.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because we got an hour to...
We got an hour to burn.
Yep.
There's
All
number
right.
20. Yes, I think I set that properly. I might not have turned that. That might not actually be on.
No, you should be able...
I still have console. I can manually trigger it. But
There you go.
oh, there it is.
I had to manually trigger on my end.
Yeah, we had to manually trigger because of the setting. But between
We'll let the crest play out in the slow mode. I know you can hold down X. And...
Yeah.
So your inventory seems a little full.
A little bit.
That was basically time for my half, but we're gonna let him finish out his half, and then we'll be on to more fun stuff.
Yep. And there, I have inventory space again. Yep. And Covarex is in, so I can actually process things to get my material, to get that material.
Nice.
That's actually another thing that merging chests is good for, is the Covarex processing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can just in and out into the same chests.
Yep.
Where are you? There. I'm actually going to space it 2 because what that ends up giving me is the ability to just go ham on feeding it.
And 235 is the lower half one, right? I always get this mixed up. No, the U235 you need. That's the dark one,
235
right?
is the
The
top.
dark.
238 is the dark.
Oh.
235 is the light, and
Well,
there's.
how much do you need for your rocket? So I know that part changes too.
It's 10 per.
That's not bad. And we'll get to see what's on pedestal too, because it could be an item for Dread. So you could very easily end up with a pedestal seed in this mode. Third Force, so it was a Triforce piece on the pedestal. Now, technically, if I hadn't forfeited, I could just load back in to the world after credits are done and keep digging around for items. So, but since the game is supposed to finish you when you complete your, or forfeit you when you finish your run, so everyone gets their items, he's already got all the stuff I could send him.
Yep. So put that there.
And don't want to take up all the time from our wonderful host, but if there's anything you want to say, just feel free to poke in.
I'd like to thank all of our viewers for watching TASGiving 2021, which is benefiting NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and that we're thankful for the 3,000 that's already been donated and for all the donations that will be coming through the rest of our runs, and for our 2 runners for doing this frankly wacky multiplayer multi-world randomizer run that I'm a little shocked exists. I think it's cool, but very strange. Yeah, and I'm really excited to see the rocket go off. I've never been able to do it in my own runs of Factorio, mostly because I usually get bitten to death.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that.
There is another mod type setup that lets you actually tie Kerbal Space Program and Factorio together. But it's not part of the multi-world, so.
If you could add a game for our viewers to possibly go to Archipelago for and help contribute to add, what would the game you'd want to see in this weird amalgamation of multiplayer, modified, multi-world mod that you've got going on here that you're playing?
Honestly, what I would love to see in here would be like one of the Final Fantasy randomizers.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. So seeing like Final Fantasy 4 or 5 randomized while
or even 6.
Or even 6, sure. while we have someone going through the different Zelda dungeons. That might be interesting, sure.
Got to clear those out way back when.
second. Looks like it was 1 hour 44 and 37 seconds for me. So
That's not bad at all, actually. Starting to sound like strong bad over here.
So we'll get tech to bring maybe the music back up into the background a little bit, since we don't have any you don't have any music going in your end, just to have something.
Yeah.
Because there ain't gonna be any on my screen.
I mean, you could always offer to sing.
You don't want that.
Pass.
Maybe we could make it a donation incentive. Anyone want to suffer through MediaMagnet's singing for some extra?
No, please. Yeah. So John Gabriel, I was saying there's a mod that puts basically Factorio and Kerbal Space Program together.
Media, I believe that the donation incentive to get you to sing is in the same category as getting me to uninstall a game by those rather salty Rocket League players. For those who want to know the number, 400,000. Which would be awesome if we could get that number.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's playing. I don't know what's going on. It's all right.
Do I have beacon? Okay, I know I have beacons. Do they reach? Yes, okay. Go faster.
Yeah, beacons will definitely help with that. I don't remember. I don't think I actually know the theme to Snake Eater.
I only know that you basically just whisper scream Snake Eater into a microphone.
Yeah, I know they were. Kojima was trying very much for a James Bond theme with it. Like
all the Metal Gear Solid games are basically James Bond themed songs in the games. They're beautiful songs. They're just a little wacky sounding when you really get down to the lyrics.
Fair enough, yeah.
And for the number of checks that were put into the game, I had under 40 of my checks done when media finished.
Oh wow.
Like I can just hammer through that. While I can hammer through that while I wait for nuclear and get some other stuff lined up.
Sounds good.
Because as I mentioned earlier, I actually have all the sciences available to me for those. Ooh, Spidertron.
Nice.
Is there any possibility we could get DreadWingKnight to sing Rocket Man when the rocket goes off?
Yeah, it's going to be costly. I'm being very polite by saying it's going to be costly.
He's got morning voice, and I've got been up too long voice. Neither one of us should be singing.
No, it makes it better. One of the beautiful things about singing is that the more unusual or strained or frankly, sick sounding your voice is, the more attractive it sounds when you're singing by sheer virtue of it being different. Once again, this is TASGiving. If you're just joining us, because you probably got a notification, we've come online a few times here. And this is TASGiving 2021 benefiting NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. You can donate at donate.tasgiving.org. And if you want to find out more information about NAMI, which is a wonderful organization, it's a grassroots organization to help with mental health conditions in local communities, you can find out more information at nami.org.
Okay, so that has depleted that.
All right, well, it's been a wonderful journey being here with you guys and helping host for this great organization of NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which is a great cause. This has been Dakerus, and I've been your host, and I'll be handing it off to your next host here, who will be with you for the next duration of streams and tasks and runs, and should be great. Stay tuned.
Cool.
Ladies, gentlemen, and all those betwixt, my name is John Gabriel, and I'm delighted to be your host for the next portion of TASGiving 2021. We have some fantastic runs coming up. Mario 3, Splatterhouse, and Tekken Advance, just to name a few, so don't go anywhere. Unless you really need to go somewhere, in which case, by all means, go there. But assuming that's not the case, do stick around. It's going to be fun. We've still got a few minutes before our next run, so enjoy the music, because there's no way this is going on the VOD.
Someone clip that.
I hope so. That was great. I don't know how much of this I need to make a clip of, though. Okay, I got that clipped.
Yeah.
So that'll live on forever now.
Indeed. This is the internet, where anything you say can and will be used against you.
Tech has just helpfully reminded me that this is the internet where everything you say can and will be used against you. Which is a great time for me to remind you that you can donate to this event to make me say something silly on air in front of an audience of dozens. Dozens! That is, of course, the main reason to donate. Sorry, that is, of course, the secondary reason to donate, the main reason being that it is supporting NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And I should tell you that that NAMI, this is why we use our script. You can see where the script ran out, can't you? When you donate to NAMI, 80% of your donation goes to actual charitable work. Only 20% goes to future fundraising. So it is an excellent use of your money. Your money really does make a difference. So keep those donations coming in.
And we're just waiting for Dread's tech to kind of catch up with him here to get the rocket into space.
Yep.
That looks like it's nighttime on Novice.
It actually just became... that was actually the dawn handover for it.
Oh, that was night vision clicking off? Okay.
That was night vision clicking off.
Mm. How much more you gotta dig through?
I'm at... tech-wise, I am actually done.
Nice.
I just need...
The Covarex to...
I need Covarex to kick a little harder.
Oh. You can always put down more bacons. Mm-hmm. It is most definitely a grind.
Yeah. This is the slowest stage of doing a uranium thing, is the Covarex processing.
Yep.
One of the mods I normally use, Nabu's mod, it puts modules in that go to the speed scale of it's done. I'm just trying to track down that last tech I need for the Yokoi's modules, the advanced ones, because there's something blocking the Yokoi electric machines from me. And I'm trying to. I think it's low density structure.
I think so.
Because of Archipelago, I can't tell, and I don't have an install kicking around that has it showing. Yeah, the first light green nugget is usually where your grind ends. Is where you're grinding for. I had it lucky that the game literally gave me mine.
Yeah. Low density structure. Yeah, sometimes called bubble wrap. That's accurate.
I mean, not
Not wrong.
the image is not far off.
Yeah.
Got the satellite lined up and ready to go.
Mm.
You know what? Let's grab some there. And if you're wondering about whether today is the day that I'm getting parcels or not getting parcels, I am getting parcels today. Because sometimes that is a question that people ask. Yay, pipes. Add a bit more solar so that the daytime power is a little better.
I mean, his Corex is kind of in a loop. It's just the loop is the big chest.
A little more obvious when I zoom all the way in.
Yeah. Huh, you don't have insert directions showing on your alt mode. That's interesting.
Yeah, I actually find that in the way.
Fair enough. I mean, it is pretty obvious when you look at it, but still. I normally have it on. That's why I was like, huh, that's weird.
Yeah. It is extremely obvious when I hover over one of the centrifuges, though.
Yeah. One of the nice things about using the big merging chests over just straight belt piles is it doesn't have, you don't have to wait for the travel time of the piece of uranium to get around the belt. Yeah, it's the merging chests mod, or wide chests, as also called.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks like we were waiting on something else to come in there when you clicked on it.
The rocket, or
On the rocket, yeah.
no? That was the fluid wagons that.
Mm.
I may need to step iron production up a little more for. You know what? I'm going to just say goodbye to some of my inventory space again. That. Let's see. Stuff that I don't need on me. Actually, I can put these in here, which creatively puts them on the belt.
Nice.
You can actually, yeah, you can manually put items on the output side of a machine that normally produces them, and that frees up the inventory slot in your inventory, and so on and so on. It gives you your various things. And there goes my inventory space again. You know what? Let's... Actually, could show off just how big it can... Some of these chests can actually look.
Yeah, Instavairs is a pretty good description of it.
Yeah. All right. Whole bunch of other materials came from that. Oi. Go in there.
Do we want to... see?
I can put in. I just saw that came through was this pure iron, which will. There. Little burst of iron there.
Yep. Loaders make it possible.
Yep. This is just tying up a lot of inventory space.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the true end game of most sandbox games, the inventory.
Yeah, inventory management.
Yep.
Actually, I can do something here with this. Because that.
Mm. What is it going to do? Just stack everything in there?
Something like that. I got
Oh,
a bunch
I see
of
what you're
stuff
doing
that
now.
I've got.
Oh yeah, those and there's another mod, Gal, called bulk rail loaders, which honestly really fixes the rail problem.
Well, that cleared up my inventory space a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
A little bit much for my liking. but I know roughly where it ended up, so I can grab the stuff that is actually important to me here. There. Yeah, Gal, one of the bulk rail loaders load and unload trains at the speed of thwomp.
Yeah.
If you, now fully backlogged into uranium. What? Beacons, what do I need for beacons? Copper. Copper, plastic, and steel. Okay. Oh, I didn't unlock that tech yet.
Hmm.
Okay, engine? Question mark?
I can't remember what it's tied to.
One way or another, we'll get it.
Yeah. No. Forests are meant to be cleared with grenades or nuclear rockets. That's the only way.
Oh, that's why it needed a stick of those red chips. Did I use... Oh, yeah, I used all the red chips making it stack inserters. Doing that. Come on.
So we got talking in a quick side conversation there between me and Dread. We're actually going to go ahead and end the run here, call time on it, because Cover X is going to take a lot longer than we have available to get fully spun up, unfortunately. So that's been Archipelago Multiworld. Tech wants to poke the timer for us. That'd be oh, okay, cool. Thank you. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it here. I've been MediaMagnet. I was joined by DreadWingKnight, and this is Archipelago Multiworld.
Yay!
Multiworld. Tech wants to poke the timer for us. That'd be oh, okay, cool. Thank you.